Today on Wolf Pack Weekdays, we are going to be reviewing Pokemon Go. Welcome back to Wolf Pack Weekdays. Like I said, today we're going to be doing a game review of Pokemon Go. So for anyone who's been living under a rock for the past week, what Pokemon Go is basically it's a mobile app of Pokemon where you walk around and it tracks your GPS and random Pokemon will pop up like a wild encounter and you throw a Pokeball at it to capture it, and it's in the actual reality, like you see the grass and everything behind you, and there's gyms to battle, there's Pokestops, which are usually churches or monuments or sculptures or parks or all sorts of different things, and it's the new craze. It's the new thing. It's got everybody out being active for the first time since the internet was invented. It's crazy how powerful Pokemon is, and it literally brought tons of people out of their house, out of their shell, and into the wild to go capture Pokemon. So we're just going to get right into it today, and we're going to start with the good of the game. The good of the game starts off easy with, it's so fun. It's so fun. You go walking around and a random Hitmonchan will pop up and you start throwing Pokeballs at it, and if it starts punching the Pokeball away, it's so fun. It's something that never gets old. It doesn't really, it's Pokemon. I can't explain how fun it is in words, because as a 90s kid, I grew up with Pokemon. I really did. And now it's on my phone, and it's like everything I've ever wanted. Just wandering the world, capturing Pokemon. And that's just a lot of fun. Another thing that's good about it is that it's a beautiful game. The design of it, the character, the just all around, the mapping, the way they designed it to look during night and day. It's a beautiful game, and it's great. It doesn't bother you to look at, is what I'm trying to say. And you have to look at your phone a lot until the plus comes out, but yeah, so it's a really beautiful game, which is always great bonus points for any game that I do a review on. Another thing that's really good about it is that it's a group game. It's you and your friends going out and capturing Pokemon together and trying to find these rare Pokemon that pop up on your nearby, like a Snorlax. You go running because you all want one, and it's a group game. It's a social game. People are talking to each other. People are meeting each other, and that's awesome. That's definitely good bonus points for the game, and it's really nice to see just all these people together, working together to do things and helping each other out and stuff. So yeah. Now the more technical side of things. I mean, obviously being outdoors is always good, but that's not necessarily a good for everybody. More technical things are that the capturing system's easy. The resources are easy to find by going to Pokestops, so you can replenish your Pokeballs without having to pay actual money. But that is an option. And you get, Great Balls and potions and revives and raspberries, which help you capture Pokemon, and all sorts of good resources just from going to someplace nearby that you've gone to a million times, but now actually have a reason to go there. And plain and simple, the game is easy to understand. Anybody from any age can pick it up and understand how to do it, how to use it, how to work with it, how to make everything go the way it should and have a good time with it. And that's awesome. Any game that can be used by any age is always great. And it's really interesting seeing these really, really little kids running up to a gym, and then kids my age or older going up there, and then the random adult from 1990, graduated in 94, going up there and destroying everybody because this is what he's been doing in his free time. It's interesting seeing the different age groups that come with it because it is so easily understandable. But with that being said, there is always a bad to games, and this one has a few. So I have to go ahead and say the crashes were a huge problem. The servers were down more than they were up. It seems like this has been fixed, but just the sheer fact that those existed means they can. So I got to throw that in there as a bad thing, is that it's very possible for servers to crash. And there's a lot of lag, and you have to reset your app a few times if something's not working right. I know when we were up in Fenton Park, there was a lot of problems with the Pokestops. Like, 3 of them would be completely fine, and then the next one would just be blank, and there would be no picture, and it wouldn't work right. You have to reset your app, and it would tell you that you did it, but it didn't tell you what you got. So you had to go to your journal and look at what you got, and it's a big hassle. So crashes are a bit of a problem. It seems like they've been fixed, but we'll see what happens. Another thing that is quite annoying about the game is rare is actually rare. Certain Pokemon are so hard to find, and I don't know if that's just around me, or if it's around everybody, or what it is exactly, but it is very annoying. Like, out of 15 people that are around me playing it, nobody has a Snorlax, a Magmar, a Lapras, a Dratini, like, has none of these Pokemon. Nobody. And that seems a little odd to me. I feel like, yes, you should have rare Pokemon. You should have really hard to find Pokemon, but they still should cycle more than they do. I feel like rare shouldn't be that rare, considering you have to walk and run and drive to get to places that have Pokemon. So it's kind of like you don't want to make it too easy, but you don't want to make it too hard, and I hope they find the balance with that. So maybe I'm just complaining, but who knows? Maybe you guys agree. Now, another thing that kind of goes in that whole rare thing is that, for me at least, and everybody around me, the starter Pokemon are completely useless. You can't find around me or my friends any of the starter Pokemon. You can't find any Squirtles. I still don't have one. I took Charmander and got a Bulbasaur, and I've caught one more Bulbasaur, but that's it. No more Charmanders, no more Squirtles, no more Bulbasaurs. They just don't show up. And when they do, a lot of times, for some reason, they glitch out. And I'm not sure what that is, so the way that the leveling works, they're basically pointless to have. And that leads into the big problem I have with the game, and the huge bad I have of the game. See, if you're not just going out and you're trying to collect the Pokemon and trying to capture all of them possible and everything, you want to battle. And to battle, you have to be able to level. And to level, you have to have the candy for that specific Pokemon. Now, what sucks about that is for Pidgeys and Pidgeots and Eevees and Caterpies and Weedles and stuff, it's easy. There's so many of them that you find that you can level them up and evolve 3 of them in the same freaking 2 seconds because you have so many candies. But ones like Bulbasaur, Squirtle, Snorlax, Hitmonchan, Electabuzz, Mankey, Machop, all these harder ones to find, at least around here, there's no candy available. You can't level them up. Yes, you have the Stardust to do it, but you don't have the candies. And to actually evolve them, it's 25 to 50 on some of these, and sometimes 100. And with the lack of abundance that's out there for these certain Pokemon, it's really annoying and really hard to find the candy necessary. Like, I want a Gengar, and I had 2 Ghastlies in my life. One was from an egg. The other one I randomly found. I've yet to see even one show up on my nearby in the past 3 days. They're not abundant. They're not out even at night, and it's getting a little old trying to get the certain ones that I want, and them being harder to find than the rest. And yes, I want Pidgeot, so that's awesome for me because there's so many Pidgeys around, but I can't have a full team of Pidgeots. That's not what I want. So what I think they should do is maybe put in a universal candy that you can buy or get at Pokestops, just to kind of solve that issue, or maybe make the Pokemon spawns for more of those less rare ones, not like a Snorlax and stuff like that, or Electabuzz, but like the Ghastlies and the Squirtles and stuff, more abundant. That would be very helpful and would make it a lot more fun, because plain and simple, there's people out there that have crazy level Pokemon, like over thousands, and I don't even know how they got there. The highest I have is a 653, And that was a lot of work. So it's kind of annoying that the ones that I want are the ones I can't have. And it's just one small bad point that could be considered complaining again. So now it's time for the rating. Because there is some crash issues, because there's a lot of glitching and everything, right now, as the game is, with the leveling and everything, and the state of it as it is, I'm going to give the game a 9.7 out of 10. And that's purely because of the crashing and the other issues that I have with the game. Overall, it's still an awesome game. It is a lot of fun, and it's worth getting. It's free, so if you have a smartphone that's updated enough to actually run it, get it, play it, have fun. So now, final thoughts. Final thoughts are that it's a great game. It's amazing. It's a lot of fun. It's beautiful. All the things I've said. It is causing a little bit of issues, but it's not the app's fault. It's stupid people's fault. And I've said this a million times about technology. They always want to blame the technology or blame the games and blame this and blame that, when in reality, it's the people. The people are the problem in every situation. It's not the app creating teams. It's people taking those teams too seriously. So just keep that in mind when you play, guys. Don't take the game so seriously. It's Pokemon. Go have fun with it, alright? And that's basically it for today. So let me know what you guys think about Pokemon Go. What do you think down in the comments? Do you think my rating was fair? Do you think it should have been higher or lower? Let me know what you guys think with the hashtag WPW like always. And that's it for today. So with that being said, thank you for watching. Subscribe for more. If you have any suggestions for the show, use the hashtag WPW down in the comments or on Twitter, and your idea might just get featured on the show. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. And also,
Pikachu!